is the file that I bought off Etsy, and I really love it because there's not much you can do to it. Like, everything is done for you. So all I have to do is change the name, and then actually let me first ungroup this so we get rid of the things that we don't, anything that we don't need. Let me say she's 5. Just put that there. So I'll get rid of this. Happy 5th birthday. We'll put the 5 over here and the 5th. Okay, so we'll get rid of this. That's, and then the name. So for the name, I use any font. I would say Zuri. Zuri, I like it in capital letters. And then we'll change the font. Just anything really. There's this one. Let me see how this. Yeah, I'll just go with this one. But there's different fonts if you're able to do this, and then make it a bit smaller, just a bit. I think that looks perfect. Just a little bit smaller. I may want to extend it a bit, so I'll unlock this and then just push it a bit out here. I think that looks perfect to me. Okay. Okay, we'll just lock this in. It's locked. Okay, so the next thing to do, I'm going to highlight everything. Let me see if everything looks good. Am I happy with everything? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so next thing I'm going to highlight everything and then go to combine and then weld, so that everything cuts out together. Now, for me to know the actual size of this, what I do is I like to, let me say, I'll put it over to make, so that I see if it can, you know, if I'm going to use the whole page. So I'll be using A4 paper. So let me change that. Okay, we can see there's a bit of space here. So if I want, I can always go back and extend this more to make it bigger. And then also the other thing I like to do is, say if I'm doing a double-sided cake topper, I'll duplicate this, okay, just to see if it will fit on the same paper, so that I don't have to use 2 different papers. So I'll click make and then make, go back to change it to A4. Okay, so yeah, it can fit on the same paper. So what I'll do, I wouldn't move it much. However, if I'm doing double-sided, I need one of them mirrored. So then go back and then I'll mirror this. But of course, I don't need to do this now, so I'll just ignore that for now and then just delete it. So I'm happy with this size. Maybe if I want it a little bit bigger, I'll do that. If not, then I'll just leave it. I'm happy with this size. So I'll go ahead and click make and then change the size. The other thing as well, because this shows black, so I'm using green, so I'm going to use green paper today. So I'll just change it to green, and then just to give me a clear idea of how it might look like. Yeah, so I'm using green paper. Go back and then change it to A4. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to go over and click continue. Let me try and connect. These are very, very good startups as well. If you say, for example, me, I have a Facebook mums group in the local area, and I always post things that I've made and people want. They always buy things. And so medium cardstock, and then I'll do 2 more. And then yeah, so I'll be using green paper. I'll go ahead and put that on here. So this is the green paper I'll be using. Okay, it's I think 220 GSM. So I like to use washi tape because sometimes I find that my paper is, you know, my mat is not sticky enough. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Sometimes most of the time I use masking tape, but I don't have that now. So I'll go ahead and use these washi tape that I've got in the range. Now it is finished cutting. However, I like to do this twice because sometimes I do find that I struggle to take off the cake topper from the mat. So I'll press play again without uploading this, just to make it go through one more time. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to unload the mat, and then I'll take this off and then use this other part to make the mirrored part. Okay, so I've got to want to use it again. But it's not as strong as masking tape, but I couldn't find my masking tape. So see how this comes off perfectly. But before, when I used to do just one round, I used to struggle a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to use this other part for that. And then I flip the mat upside down and then take this off gently. Gently. Now, I lost my scraper, so yeah, this is how it looks like. Okay, that looks nice. So I'll go ahead and do the other part. I'll do the reverse. So we'll trim this off. We don't need it. Trim that off. Yeah, and then put this in the mat. Then go back and mirror this. Well, no, click make, and on mat the same size, which is the A4, and then I will mirror this part because we're going to do a double-sided cake topper. So I'll mirror that part and then click continue. Again, same thing, medium cardstock, more. Go ahead, do that. Imagine doing this on different colors. Like, let me show you the ones I have. Imagine doing that. Like, I bought this from the range. This is UK in the range. It's photography Wilk. Anyway, look at the beautiful colors, guys. Look. Look at that. And it's very affordable. It's only like £4. I love this. I love this bits of paper. And it doesn't shed, of course. Yeah, look at that, guys. I'm going to put this together now. Okay, well then after this, of course I've done it twice, like the first one. Yeah, so let's see. To be honest, I think it perfectly looks fine with the first layer. It's not necessary to do the mirrored one, but I just feel like if I'm selling these, I'd like to make them double-sided. So yeah, so this is the mirrored part. If you're ever to make these and you want it double-sided, you can always do that. You just have to mirror your topper. Okay, so take out everything, and then yeah, so that's the mirrored one, and then this is the top. So what I normally do, I'll put glue and then stick this on. To do this cake topper, it's my first time, so I'll show you how I did this. Text, I got text and put, let's say, sky. Oh, let me first change the font. Is this in caps? Sky Lur. I don't think this is caps. Okay, and then I'll change the font. Recent, so I think it's this one. Yeah, and then I'll get another text to put number 7. Of course, change the font as well. I think the one you used was this one. I could have used that one. Okay, so what I'll do then, I'll bring this down here and then make this big. What size was this one? Probably 15. Okay, that's fine. I can change it after. So then I should make this bigger as well. Okay, make this slightly bigger, and then that. So next thing I did was attach everything, and then now it's time to add an offset, and then go to edit, offset. I think that's a good size. Apply. Now I'm going to change this the offset color. I want it, say, purple. So in case you're doing this red and gold, you can change it around, but I was using purple cardstock. And then for this, the wording, I'm going to change it to gold. I don't know if there's any gold on here, but I'll just leave it as that. Okay, it doesn't matter either way. Whatever is on screen will be different from what I'm cutting from. Okay, so the next thing I did was, no, I don't need to attach it because now you can see they're going to cut separate because that's what I want. Let me just hide this one so I don't get confused. So I'm going to click make because I just want to visualize the size before I cut it out. So I'm using A4 paper. A4. Okay, that's big enough. I mean, that's the size of the A4. If you want it bigger, then you go back and make it larger so that it takes up the whole space here. But that's fine. Then I'll go back and then, yeah, so that's fine. So I'll go ahead and cut this. Of course, medium cardstock again. And I'll do this one. I'll change this to A4. And then continue. And then I'm using medium cardstock. Of course, I always put it to more. And then because this is a gold, the cardstock is heavier, I'll be doing it twice. I'll be cutting it twice. And then after I cut this as well to medium, I didn't do it twice because it's just a little bit lighter. Okay. And then here we go. Okay, now that our name has finished cutting out, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to stick the name, the glitter part, onto the cardboard, which is purple, and I'll be using this PVA glue, which dries clear, and that's really good. However, my nozzle is not working, so I'll be using a little toothpick to glue my cake topper together. And also the thing, if you want a 3D effect, then you can use foam pads. I think they have little foam pads they sell in the shops, but yeah, unfortunately I did not have that now with me. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and stick on my letters onto the offset. Okay, now that that is done, it already looks good. I'm not so worried about the little white glue patches on the side because this glue dries clear and I've used it before and I really like that, so I don't really have to worry about that. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and add the little skewer, and this is how the final cake topper would look like. And that's really cool. To be honest, this is my first time trying this one. I've always done the other one, but I've never done this one, so I thought let me play around and see how creative I can be with the different kind of cake toppers. Okay, and then I'll put it under the big the paper, anything hard, just to flatten it more before I put on the actual cake topper. Right, now onto my next cake topper. To be honest, this actually looks fine with just the first layer. I don't really need to do double-sided, but if I'm selling these, I like to do them double-sided just in case they get, the customer receives it when it's a bit flimsy, and I don't like that. So because my glue, the nozzle is broken, of course I can't get any glue running from it. I'll put the glue on a piece of paper and then use a toothpick and then put glue on the back of the mirrored cake topper, and then I'll put the top on it as well. Okay, now all this is glued up. What I like to do is clean it up and then place it under a book or anything hard just to make it flat, you know, the cake topper flat as the glue dries up. And then the next thing I'll do is I will use a skewer and then put on my cake toppers. And that's yeah, so that's how I make my simple beginner friendly cake toppers. Do that, and then just put this one here. I had to use the same stick, guys. I had to use the same stick because I couldn't find any other in the house. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. Very simple. It's a starter, you know, beginner, you know, friendly thing. And then the more you get into it, you become advanced, and you can make different. You can even come up with your own fonts. You don't really have to buy, you know, them from elsewhere. Yeah, you can get fonts from everything, Creative Fabrica, everything. Yeah, so this is what I have, guys, and I'm so proud of myself, especially because I did this from scratch. Alright guys, let me know what you think, and next time I'll show you how I did how I managed to do the bridesmaid cake toppers. Okay, I did different colors. I did this for a friend's wedding. She's going to get married, and then yeah, she asked me to do some cake toppers. I thought, why not? It's something for me. I'm learning, you know, as I do this. I was so happy because I did learn a few things. Yeah, so these are the little cake toppers that we have. Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what else you would like to learn, so that we can learn